All right.
All right, let's talk about something that gets all of us. Focus. Or, the lack of it. Today, we're not just going to talk about why it's hard to focus. We're actually going to build a real, practical toolkit for how to get it back the moment you feel it slipping away.
So let's just start right there. You've been in this situation, right? You're sitting at your desk, you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, but your brain is just everywhere else. You feel scattered, you're distracted, maybe a little guilty. So why? Why does this keep happening?
Okay, this right here is the big idea that changes everything. For years, we've been told that if you can't focus, it's a personal failing. It's a lack of willpower. But that's a total myth. The reality, it's a mechanical problem. Think of it like a glitch in your brain's operating system. And you know what's great about mechanical problems? They have mechanical solutions. So, our very first step is to completely reframe the problem. We're going to stop blaming ourselves and start acting more like an engineer. We're going to understand the machine, our brain, and then find the right tool for the job. And to find that right tool, you first have to diagnose what's actually broken. So let's look at the 5 most common culprits that are out there stealing your attention.
Now, as I go through these, see which one sounds familiar, because this is where it gets specific. First, cognitive overload. That's just having way too many tabs open in your brain. Then there's physiological dysregulation. Basically, you're just too stressed out or tired to think straight. Attention fragmentation, that's your phone's fault. Constantly switching contexts. And these last two are huge. Low task clarity, where you literally just don't know where to start, and a low reward signal, where the task feels so boring or pointless your brain just refuses to engage. I bet you can already pinpoint your usual suspect on this list.
Okay, so for each of those 5 root causes, we've got a specific tool in our mental first aid kit. So let's open it up and see exactly how to fix each problem.
First up, the brain dump. This is your go-to for that cognitive overload. It's simple. Just write nonstop for 2 or 3 minutes. Get everything out of your head. Your to-do list, your worries, that random song lyric. But here's the absolute game-changing step that most people miss. At the very end, you write a direct command to your brain. For the next 5 minutes, I will only do, and you fill in the blank. This takes all that chaos and channels it into one clear, simple instruction. It is the perfect fix whenever you're dealing with mental clutter, procrastination, or that anxiety-fueled distraction.
Next up, let's calm your body down with box breathing. This is an incredible tool for hitting the reset button on your nervous system. The pattern is super simple. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and then pause for 4. That hold is actually the most important part. It sends a safety signal to your nervous system and puts you back in the driver's seat.
You can use this anytime you feel stressed, you're overthinking, or you just feel kind of emotionally hijacked by something.
Ever feel like you're just stuck in a mental rut? That's when you need a sensory reset. A quick, sharp jolt to your senses can snap your brain back to attention. You can splash cold water on your face, or even just look out a window at something far away for 20 seconds. Now, the key here is that this has to be an active change. Just mindlessly scrolling on your phone, that absolutely does not count.
This one's perfect for beating screen fatigue, shaking off that feeling of mental dullness, or just breaking up those really long work sessions.
Now, this one is pure magic for killing procrastination. It's called the single task sprint. The secret is you don't just find focus, you have to enter a state of focus. And to do that, you lower the barrier to entry so much it's impossible to say no. Pick one tiny atomic task. I'm talking write 1 sentence tiny. Set a timer for just 5 minutes and do only that one thing. Look, anyone can do anything for 5 minutes, and that's often all it takes to build up that momentum.
This is your ultimate weapon against procrastination, that feeling of being overwhelmed, and general task avoidance.
And finally, for low energy, we have the micro movement. Just 1 or 2 minutes of simple, rhythmic movements, like doing some jumping jacks or even just walking up and down the stairs, can totally reset your brain chemistry. It gives you a little boost of dopamine for motivation and norepinephrine for alertness. The goal here is just activation, not a full-blown workout.
So you want to deploy this tool whenever you feel that low energy, that dreaded afternoon slump, or just a general sense of mental fog.
All right, we've gone through the diagnoses, and we've got our 5 tools. Now for the most powerful part, matching the right tool to the right problem. This is where you get to create your own personalized focus prescription.
And this chart right here, this is your cheat sheet. It lays out the entire system. Just look down the left column and find your problem. Let's say it's racing thoughts. Okay, look to the right, your prescription is a brain dump plus breathing. Or maybe you're dealing with procrastination. The chart tells you the perfect fix is a brain dump plus sprint.
It is such a simple, powerful way to create your own custom solution in literally seconds.
But what if you're not even sure what the problem is? You know those moments when you just feel completely off, but you can't put your finger on why? Well, there's a universal protocol that works almost every single time.
It's called the Universal Reset, and it's a 3-step sequence that hits all the biggest culprits, in order. First, a 2-minute brain dump to clear out all the mental clutter. Second, 3 minutes of box breathing to calm your body down. And third, a 5-minute single-task sprint to kickstart your momentum.
And that's it. It's a full system reboot for your brain, and it takes just 8 minutes. Think about that. In less time than it takes to make a cup of coffee, you can go from feeling scattered and overwhelmed to clear and totally focused.
So, this isn't just some interesting theory, right? It's a set of real, practical tools you can use the second this explainer is over. Which brings us to the final question. Thinking about